Hello everyone, welcome to today's video. Today I'd like to share with you how to crochet these little doilies. They're done in a size 10 thread and I've used a 1.75mm hook. The red doily is quite difficult to see when I'm using this thread for the tutorial, so today I'm going to be using this cream coloured thread which has got a bit of a gold fleck running through it. Okay, so let's get started. To begin, make a slip knot, however you do your slip knots. I'll just zoom in slightly. Just let it get in focus. Okay, now we do 6 chains. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And in the first chain, make a slip stitch. There we go. And then if you fold your tail end of your yarn across your work, you'll be able to weave that in as you go. So start off, make a chain, and then into this ring you've just made, do 12 single crochets. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we just count back 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm going to put a stitch marker in the first stitch because it can be a little bit tricky when you're first starting off to remember where your first stitch is. I can just get that because it's so fine, the yarn. Yeah, it just takes it. Any finer than a size 10, we wouldn't be able to use the stitch marker. Might have to use just a little piece of cotton. Okay, so now we've done 6. We do the next 6 single crochets again, making sure you crochet over the tail end of your yarn. So that's 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. You can see now the little flecks in the yarn of the gold. I'm just going to recheck because this part, it's important to get it right. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 and 12. Okay. And then look where our stitch marker is, just there. And we can take that out now. And in that very same space, do a slip stitch to close that round. And then in the same space again, you can do a single crochet and chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then if you skip the next stitch and into the next one, do a single crochet, and you've made a little 5 chain loop. We need to have 6 in total, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, skip a stitch in the next stitch, a single crochet, chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, skip a stitch, single crochet in the next stitch, chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, skip a stitch in the next stitch, single crochet, and again chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, skip a stitch in the next. I'm just checking there if I've, yeah, that's gone into that one. So sometimes it is a little bit difficult to just see. So we skipped that one, went into this one. I think I didn't go quite underneath the 2 loops at the top of that next stitch. So we'll just redo that. So skipping a stitch there, and under this loop and that loop. That's better. And do 5 chains, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and skip a stitch into our next stitch, a single crochet. I think sometimes when you have the little metallic thread running through, it can catch a little bit. So we need to just check there. That's fine now. And again, chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can see that we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and this will make our 6th. And you find your first single crochet of this round. Just do a slip stitch in there. And that's what your first round will look like. And next we're going to do a sequence of stitches in each of these loops to make the petals. So each loop will have exactly the same sequence of stitches in it. So the first thing we do is a single crochet, a half double crochet, and then 5 double crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then a half double crochet, and then a single crochet. So you repeat that in each of these loops. And there's I've done a little print here. So into each 5 chain loop, 1 single, 1 half double, 5 doubles, 1 half double and a single, and that's round 3. Okay, so if you repeat that in each of these loops, I'll meet you when you get to here. So we've reached the end of this round and you've finished with the single crochet for this petal here, and in your first single crochet there, do a slip stitch, and then we're going to slip stitch all the way up to the middle of this petal. So in total we're going to be doing 5 slip stitches. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. And the next thing is to make some shells. And to do that, we're going to make 4 chains, 2, 3, 4. This will represent our first treble in the UK. That will be a double treble. So yarn over twice into the same stitch, make your treble and do 1 more, chain 3, 1, 2, 3, again treble and into the same stitch, you do a total of 3 trebles again. Of course, for the treble, it's yarn over twice, insert your hook, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. And there you've made the first shell on top of the petal. Next you chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and into the top of the next petal do exactly the same. This time you'll work 3 trebles, 1, 2, just check that I haven't gone over, there we go, 2, doing an ordinary double crochet there. Okay, so yarn over twice, a total of 3 in that middle stitch of the petals, chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and all in the same stitch, another 3 trebles. And again it's 3 chains and start again on your next petal. 1, 2, 3, and then go ahead into the middle, which is actually, the middle stitch is the 3rd of your double crochets along, because we did 5. Right, so if you just repeat that all the way round, I think I have the little, just a little bit of information on that there. So we've slip stitched into each of the 5 stitches to start, did 4 chain, 2 trebles, 3 chains, 3 trebles in the next stitch. Then we chained 3, and then you repeat 3 trebles, 3 chains, 3 trebles in the middle double crochet of each petal, chain 3, and you repeat this from here to here to the end, and then you end with a slip stitch in the 4th chain. Okay, so once you've gone round, I'll meet you here. So we've completed the final 3 chains, and we slip stitch into the 4th of our beginning 4 chains. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and slip stitch. There we go, and that's what it's looking like so far. Now for round 5, we're going to slip stitch into the next treble and also into the one after it, so the next 2 trebles, and also slip stitch into the next 3 chain space. And here we're going to do a single crochet, 2 chains, a single crochet, then we're going to chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and into this 3 chain space here, the next 3 chain space, we do a single crochet. Again, chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and between the shells it is a single crochet, 2 chains, and a single crochet. So you can see here that you have your single crochet, 2 chains, single crochet, and then 5 chains, a single crochet in this space here, 5 chains, and in the little shell, a single crochet, 2 chains, and a single crochet. So you repeat that all the way around, and I'll see you when you reach here. So we've reached the end of this round now, and we need to do our closing slip stitch, which goes in the first single crochet we made. And then into the 2 chain space, do 3 single crochets, 1, 2, 3. And now in the rest of the spaces here, we're going to do the same sequence of stitches we did for the petals in this loop and in this loop. And in the loop over the shells, it's just 3 single crochets. So it's single crochet, half double crochet, double crochet 5 times. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. A half double crochet, and the single, and again the same sequence again, single crochet, half double crochet, and 5 double crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 and 5, and then the half double crochet, just if you need to just slide those over, a half double crochet, and then your single. And now we're at the 2 chain space again, and in that 2 chain space we do the 3 single crochets. 1, 2, 3. Just let you have a little look how it's going. So that's the 5 chain spaces. So next you'll repeat those sequences of these stitches here, and then your 3 single crochets. You do that all the way around, and I'll meet you here when you get back to the first single crochets you made in the 2 chain space. So this is what your work should look like now, having completed those chain spaces. Going to close this round with a slip stitch into our very first single crochet, and then also do a slip stitch into the next single crochet, then chain 9, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and a double in the UK and a treble in the US into the same stitch. There we go. And next, chain 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and into the middle stitch of this petal do a single crochet, chain 3, 1, 2, 3, to the next petal, the middle, a single crochet, and chain 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, a treble into the middle of these 3 single crochets, I'll start that one again. 1, 2, and it's now 5 chains, 3, 4, 5, and then a treble into the same space, into the same stitch. 1, 2, 3 yarn overs, and 3 times you yarn over and pull through 2. And now we're going to do 6 chains, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and into the top of the next petal another single crochet. And this is what it looks like now. And again do 3 chains, 1, 2, 3, and into the next petal a single crochet. So you repeat this all the way round, and I'll meet you here. So you've completed this little set here, the 3 chains between these petals and we needed to do an extra 6 chains to bring us up to complete this loop here. You count 1, 2, 3, 4 and do a slip stitch into the beginning of the 9 chains. Sorry, the 4th of the 9 chains. Okay, and now it's just a case of working between all these loops, the same sequence as we used here, the single crochets, which is the single, the half double, the 5 doubles, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, the half double, the single, and because we've now got another loop here, exactly the same, a single, a half double, and then 5 double crochets, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, the half double, and the single. And you do this in every loop except the small 3 chain loop. In this one you do a chain, 1 single crochet, a chain, and then carry on around the edge doing your sequence of single crochets, half double crochets, 5 double crochets, etc. Okay, so once you reach here, I'll meet you. Okay, one sec. So we've reached the end now of this final round, and to close you just do a slip stitch in your first single crochet and then do another chain, snip your yarn, and then just pull the thread through. Give it a little tug, and then you weave that in at the back. Okay, so this is your completed doily. I hope you've enjoyed, and if you're not already subscribed, it'd be great if you would. If you'd also leave a comment or a thumbs up if you've really enjoyed it, that would be great. And in the meantime, I hope you have a good day and look forward to seeing you soon. Take care. Bye for now.